So my focus was number partners to 10 and 20. And two things I wanted to be explicit about were connections and relationships. So we were using the thinking routine I have, you need, and the target number was 10, and I said I have 4, how many more do I need to reach 10? Now most of the students knew their rainbow facts, so they could pretty quickly come up with 6. 4 and 6 equals 10. There were some who didn't have their rainbow facts, and so here we can use some other prompts to assist them. So we could say, well, if we're using our, our 2 hands, how many 2 hands is, 5 and 5, that's our 10. And we could say, well, if we've got 4 of them, how many more do we need to reach 10? And here we want to signal that 5 to help us, so that we've got the 4 plus the 5, and then we've got 1 more to get to our 10. So 4 and 6 equals 10. We could also use our 10 frame and say, well, we've got our 4, and then how many more do we need to reach 10? And here we could look at the 5 again, that connection. So we've got our 5 here, so we've got our 4 plus 5, and then we've got 1 more here. So 4 plus 5 plus 1 equals 10. Again, using that reference of that 5 and not counting 1 by 1 by 1. From there we can go to our turnaround facts, or the commutative property, which means you can move the numbers around and you still get the same answer. So we could go from 4 plus 6 equals 10 to the 6 plus 4 equals 10. But I want to skip ahead to the next step. Next we focused on number partners to 20. And here I wanted the students to start making connections to their rainbow facts. That means that 4 and 6 are going to be really important. And here I drew on a routine that I learned from Paul Swan. So if I know that 4 and 6 equals 10, how can we use that knowledge, our rainbow facts, to help us with this next number problem? Something plus 6 equals 20. Well, we know that our 6 and 4 equals 10, that gives us 10, and then we just need another 10 to get to 20. So we've got our 6 and our 4, gives us our 10, and then another 10 will give us our 20. And I guess here it was really important to highlight and emphasize to the year 3s the value of each digit. So what's the value of the 4? Okay, 4 ones 4. What's the value of this 1? That's our 10. 110. Then if we go to our turnaround facts, or the commutative property, we know that 6 and 4 equals 10. How can we use those rainbow facts to help us with this next number problem? Something plus 4 equals 20. So we've got our 4, we know 4 and 6 give us our 10, that's our rainbow facts. So 4 and 6 is 10, and then we just need another 10, and that will give us 10 plus 10 gives us 20. So there's our 6 and 4 for our 10, and then we've got 1 more 10 to give us our 20. So some final points. It's really important to nudge or prompt your students to use relationships. Here you can ask them, what do you know that can help you with this? What have we already worked out that can help us with this? What do we know about our rainbow facts that can help us with this? There are going to be some students who don't get it up front, and that's okay. It's all part of the maths journey. It's all part of learning, developing our knowledge, learning more about relationships and connections. For those students, and it was the case with these year 3s as well, they need more examples. Here it was really important to ask them, what do you notice? What do you notice about the numbers that we used in the first example? What do you notice about the numbers we've used in the second example? Can you see some similar numbers here? What's the connection here? Can you see some rainbow facts here? Can you see the rainbow facts in this one as well? How does that help us? What else did we need besides the rainbow facts? So we're drawing students' attention to what's important in those number problems, the importance of the rainbow facts, and making connections between the number partners to 10 and 20 through those rainbow facts.